Hey, and welcome to the Passive Income Hunt. Today's video will focus on real estate investing, where we will go through how to make money on real estate, how much do people make on real estate, how to gain additional knowledge about the possibilities with real estate investing, and how you can get started with real estate. We hope you will enjoy it. How to make money on real estate. There are multiple ways to make money with real estate, and we will go through some of them today. The first way is through capital gains, which is probably the most common way. Here you buy a house or apartment for a price and earn money when the market goes up and your property becomes more valuable. The second way is that if you have to pay more in rent to your landlord than you would have to pay in interest for owning a property, then you would indirectly earn each month the difference as you lower your expenses, because you would have to pay a lower price each month for the same possibilities. The third way is that you rent out part of your home. It can be a single room or it can be an entire area. By renting out some of your home, you will earn an additional monthly income which helps you cover your home expenses. The fourth way is that you buy a property only for the purpose of renting it out. It can be a house, apartment or a store which you are not using yourself but can rent out to others. You will then earn the difference between the rental income and what cost you will have to pay for the property. You could also rent out entire office areas for companies, but those properties will probably cost more and will not be what you start with in the beginning. The fifth way is that you buy a house to renovate it and flip it for a profit. Here you will buy an old house which will need to be shined up. After you have shined the house up, you might be able to sell it for a higher price than what your buying price plus your material cost was. The profit between those will then be what you earn. The sixth way is by buying a piece of land. This often needs to be located in a hot or upcoming area for it to work. Here you can just hold on to the land and wait for it to increase in value, or you can build a house on it and hopefully sell it for a profit. The seventh and last way we will cover today is through REITs, which is like stocks but for big properties, where you can buy a small part of a big property and earn money through dividends and capital gains. A rule for REITs is that they have to pay out 90% of their profits to the shareholders each year. How much do people make on real estate? How much people make on real estate depends on where they have bought the property, location, what price they have bought the property for, how much they have in debt, what they are doing with the property, living in it or renting it out, what the property is worth today, and what the agreement with the bank is. It often follows the housing market, as if the housing market goes up, they earn more, and if the housing market goes down, they might lose money that year on paper. They might just earn less if they don't sell. In Danish we have a saying of location, location, location. When measuring how much a house is worth, it often all comes down to the location of it. So two different persons with the exact same house will probably earn a different amount depending on the location, as the house and rent will be worth much more in hot areas compared to where it is not as popular. But in general, people earn money from real estate since the house increases in value. This earning you can often take in multiple ways. The first way is you can wait until you retire and move to something smaller. Then when you sell your property, you will get the price of the property minus the rest of the debt. The second way is you can wait until you die. Then when your kids sell your property, they will get the earnings. The third way is that you take additional loans in the house and get the money out immediately for you to use. If you want to earn more than the capital gains, you can rent out part of the property or the entire property if you are living elsewhere. Your earnings will then be the difference between your rental income and the expenses of the property. Some properties are almost made for this. Multifamily properties such as a duplex, where you own both parts of it but rent out the other part to another family. Then the other family will help you with a lot of your expenses for your home. How to gain additional knowledge about the possibilities with real estate investing. To gain additional knowledge about what is possible in real estate investing, we will strongly suggest that you read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you are not much of a reader, you can also find it as an audiobook and listen to it. We don't want to spoil the book too much, but some of the key takeaways are: 1. Your mind is your greatest asset. Believe in yourself and ask yourself the right questions to succeed in life. 2. Financial knowledge is key. Intelligence solves problems and produces money, but without financial intelligence, your money will soon be gone. 3. Failing is a part of winning. Winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who tend to avoid failure automatically also avoid success. 4. Focus on opportunities. Most people never get wealthy simply because they are not trained financially to recognize the opportunities which appear right in front of them. 5. Make money work for you. The poor and the middle class work for money, the rich have money work for them. 6. Buy assets, not liabilities. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability and buy assets. If you want to be rich, this is all you need to know. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a great book which gives a really good mindset about growing your wealth, which you can use in general to build up a higher wealth for yourself. How you can get started with real estate. To be able to start with real estate investing, you will need to have enough money to buy your first property. Most people don't have this from the beginning, so you will have to save a lot of your monthly income each month to be able to buy your first property. You might want to buy a cheap apartment or flip a property as your first project to get started. This will help you to scale up to either earn more each month or gain additional money for another and bigger project. If you want to live in it yourself, you can choose to buy a big enough property so you can house hack, which is where you live in your own home but have rented out enough of it so all of the rental income covers all of your expenses and you're basically living there for free. This is of course best if you want to share your life with others, but if you do it this way, then your own home might become an asset instead of a liability. When you have bought your first property, it might not even be for yourself. Maybe you will rent it out to another person entirely and earn extra from a rental income. Remember that when you make your money work for you, then you will start earning more each month, and the time it took you to get to your first property will be significantly decreased compared to the time it will take you to get to the second property. This will continue for all future properties as well. It will work like a snowball rolling and you will just have to get it started. It will help you a lot in the beginning to learn how to manage your properties and fix simple problems, as then you might be able to do it yourself instead of hiring a craftsman to do it for you. Craftsmen are generally good, but if you save the expense in the beginning to get the snowball to roll even faster, you will be nicely on your way. After you have learned yourself how to do it, you might also be able to take on more difficult projects with cheaper properties where you will need to put the property in order before you can rent it out. As long as you keep buying properties and renting them out with a positive cash flow where your rental income is higher than your expenses, then your snowball will only roll faster. Just remember to not get a negative cash flow of where your expenses are higher than your rental income, because then you will pay for your tenant and you will lose money each month. If you set yourself up for buying and renting out properties and relinquishing some of your money in your younger years, then you will definitely be able to become wealthy through real estate investing. If you are still here, we would like to thank you very much for listening through our entire video. We hope you enjoyed it. Are you thinking about investing in real estate? Please share it below and we will encourage you to pursue it. If you liked this video, please hit the like button below to show us that you like more content like this. If you are not already subscribed, please do so. We will post new videos every week. Thank you for today and see you next week.